Were they gone?
Oh, a couple of hours. Oh, wow. How long does it take to get from Saul's to the thing?
Well, I'm wondering because I might have enough time to make the other magic item I wanted to get put together.
I'll take the flute unless someone already took it.
I mean, I believe it's in my inventory right now, but
Alright, so sorry about that. Hello everyone, Bono Lacale. I've
Hello.
got the whole group here, well, most of them. We're just gonna chat for a little bit before the last member of our party shows up. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, you guys were having pretty interesting conversations before I hit play.
now I don't even remember what we were talking about.
No picking.
All kinds of stuff.
Oh, right.
So
We had a
would I
really
have enough-
deep discussion about nose picking and whether you should use a lockpick for that.
Would I have enough time to put together the sleeves of many garments?
Oh, I mean, don't you need 8 hours?
Well, it's a 100 gold piece item.
Ah. So divide 8 hours by 10.
Essentially.
I don't know how far is the jailhouse from Saul's place?
2 hours trip.
Ah. Waterdeep's bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Then
just,
you probably
go ahead,
you
sorry.
probably would have time to make the thing.
Well, according to this, it would take 48 minutes.
Ah, well then, depending on when you finished your other thing, and if the GM would let you.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Outstanding. Now my clothes do what my body does.
Stink?
Speaking of, I need to add an enchantment to those clothes to make them smell like lavender and peaches.
So, what enchantment would you need to do on something to make it so they transform when I transform?
These would do it, but you're going to have to pay me to make it.
Well, I mean, it's only 100 gold.
Yes, and I'm perfectly willing to spend some time doing it.
But I don't want them to become cat size. I want them to like transform, like my.
They transform, so you could turn them into a collar.
Ah.
Or, I suppose, a long billowing cape, or in your case, probably a jaunty hat and a pair of boots.
Nice.
I'm just imagining, okay, you guys are familiar with, oh, what is the name of that game? The Sega game with the ninja with the really long red scarves.
Strider.
No, not
Was it
Strider.
Strider?
No.
Oh, wait. No, Strider was a ninja.
It was like
he did have a scarf. Shinobi.
Shinobi. I'm just imagining, because I want to get those dancing scarves, and I'm just kind of imagining Seth in cat form with like a long red scarf just billowing off of him like Shinobi. No, not amusing to anyone else.
I think it's amusing. Of course, it would be more amusing if whenever you fail a reflex save, you trip.
Got tangled in them.
I think boots will make the ensemble complete.
Cat boots.
Cat boots.
Look, I've got 40 yards of scarf trailing behind me.
But you don't believe that cat masks is a thing.
Mm. Oh my goodness. How are you feeling today, Subby?
So.
Oh,
I kind of
at
worked
least it's-
throughout the day because I needed to catch up on some stuff, and I'm a little bit exhausted, but
Ah,
want to have some fun too.
Indeed.
at least you're feeling better than bad, so.
Yes.
Indeed.
By the way, I'll just do a quick recap of the things that happened last week, or rather the week before last.
Are we live? 'Cause
Yes, we are.
I don't see the video on your.
Oh, it's on the new gaming channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I split everything off, just to make it easier for people. Otherwise, it's quite a strange mix of stuff.
Nothing wrong with strange mixes.
It depends about how strange you want the mix to be.
But yeah, sorry. What was I? Right, a quick recap of things that happened 2 weeks ago. So, the group entered, well, a portion of the group entered the jailhouse to speak to, a guy named Pierre. And, Pierre was pretty much dismissive of the entire situation. And as they were talking, a dragon had come over and begun attacking the very same guardhouse. It wasn't a very well manned guardhouse, all things considered. Probably didn't get that much in the way of funding. Not that great of a place. It kind of burnt to a crisp as the party found their different ways of being invisible and slinking away.
Not so much for that.
Well,
And
the next
now-
wall have to be 10 feet higher.
Yes, of course. Well, when you're in power, you can enforce that. But yeah, at this point, the group is, well, on the run. with a prisoner that it's kind of confusing unto himself.
Yeah, true.
Oh, what?
Thing is that the prisoner pays me a coin and I suddenly become his lawyer, and that changes things a lot.
We'll see how that goes because I
Did he
just
pay you up front?
A copper is enough to make me your lawyer, because
well, the question is how does Saul handle conflicting cases though? If one person's paying him to get a person and the other person pays him to not be gotten.
I was paid to get him out of jail. He's out of jail. Case closed.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, that would count.
I never heard anything about taking him somewhere, so
That's true.
You know, if needs be, we could make some of those mannequins from.
Mannequins.
Yeah, the creepy shopkeepers.
Okay.
you're turning this game into such a horror show.
Yeah, well, It is actually quite entertaining, to be honest.
Indeed.
Did I keep my skin suit, by the way?
No, you left it on the road.
A wasted
didn't.
opportunity.
You didn't specifically say you were picking it up and putting it in your inventory. I don't know what it would smell like by now, though.
I could have used it to further cement my fear control over Tealtree.
That poor, poor half-orc. I don't know what he did in a past life to deserve this amount of fear.
Well, he might not have done anything. It might just be his turn.
You're evil.
Thank you. It's too late for flattery.
Oh dear.
Alright, I think Red's gonna be here in just a moment.
Yay!
Excellent.
Oh, wait,
we
there
just
we go.
need to
Oh, sorry for being late.
All good.
One good lesson to know. Don't eat healthy breakfast. Fuck radishes, onions, and bell peppers. Don't do it.
I wouldn't eat that stuff for breakfast.
Actually, the onions and bell peppers might not be too bad. A little Greek seasoning in there, some olive oil, and then add it to an omelet.
Maybe for an omelet, I guess.
Oh, with a healthy dose of cheese, of course.
Oh,
Of course.
Oh, wait, she said healthy. At that point, I guess it's not anymore. It's easier.
I have a very weird definition of health. It's healthy for me, probably not for anyone else.
Well, you could always have some vodka with it. Actually, maybe we could marinate the onion and bell pepper in the vodka before spicing it.
Ooh.
Then it could be a flambe dish. An open bowl omelet, it gets brought to you. We toss a match in it. Boom. Okay, you can eat it now. We need some good vodka for that, though.
Well, then you can only go with Imperia, if that's the case.
Yeah, this isn't the type of thing you do with Smirnoff.
Yeah.
Alright, Red, so I was just informing everyone else that, yeah, you guys snuck out of a poorly guarded little jailhouse with a guy as a dragon burnt it to the ground. And now you guys are on the run. Invisible, while the time may be, but still on the run nonetheless.
Cat on the run. Cat on the run.
So, how do you all plan on getting home? Or rather, back to the office? Sorry about my voice.
On foot?
Yeah, on foot.
Alright, well that's going to take about 2 hours to do. So,
Yeah, but
I presume you're just going to take the trip straight home?
yeah, because we need to stash this guy somewhere.
Okay. Let us for now put you back on Snail and Waterdeep.
I hate it when that happens.
And I will prepare breakfast, since we have guests.
Alright, so...
Well, it's edible.
I'm only in the morning.
And don't forget that you guys have 4 mouths to feed, 5 including the dog. One of which I don't have a... Where did the... I didn't pull him out, did I? That's my fault. Tealtree. I don't think we have an icon for him, I'm not sure. Oh no, we do, we just gotta resize him. There. There's Tealtree. He
Go
looks like
mistake.
he looks like he has a bow. He doesn't have a bow.
Why Seth is all the way over there?
That's map switches. Weird stuff happens. And yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we missing a token? No, we're good. Okay, sorry. So yes, as a cat and under the guise of invisibility, you're able to get away pretty efficiently. Now, invisibility unfortunately only lasts so long, so while the cat is able to sneak away rather directly, Saul Iklik, you guys are going to have to make some, what's the term? Let me look at a character sheet right quick so I can get my head back about me. Skills. Right, you guys are going to have to give me, a number of stealth checks.
Okay.
Unless...
Do we manage to get him to Do we manage to get him to alleyway or something? You know, out of the way of people.
You can.
Okay, just going to check on one thing.
You're invisible, so you basically automatically pass the stealth roll on that. And I mean, you know, it's within the 8 minutes or so that you can, you know, find an alleyway to tuck away with him.
Okay, just a moment. Believe I have an illusion thingy I can do. Because I haven't done anything with it. Okay, I can do that.
But yeah, Iklik and Saul, give me a, please give me a stealth check.
Just want to check one more spell before I...
Sorry, double clicked.
No, it's alright, I'll just take the first one. Well, since you're carrying him, you get in cleanly.
I cast a silent image on the guy.
Hmm?
I make it. I assume Ikrik is carrying him under her arm, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was imagining Ikrik carrying him wedding style.
I cast a silent image on him, so he looks like a rolled up mat
Okay.
or a carpet. Yeah, a carpet.
Okay.
Hey, they cleaned it up with Cleopatra.
What
Just
spell
make
is
sure
that precisely?
Steph doesn't decide to go horking on him.
Solid image, first level illusion. It's just image.
Sorry, just looking it up again. Duration is concentration. Nice. Alright. Okay, yeah. No, I will allow it. Just so long as no one interacts with it.
Exactly.
Okay, so now Iklik and Saul are walking with a carpet. It's still going to take you the full 2 hours to get home, because I don't recommend running with a carpet, because that's a good way to look like a thief. But hey, your call there, honestly.
Just walk.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
running will be a bitch for us all to do while. Yeah.
He's a bit out of shape, is what you're saying.
Mhm. Honestly, it'd be easier in that scenario for him to just hang on my neck.
So the, Pierre's actually very compliant. He's just laying there. He's not saying a word. He's not doing a thing. This looks like a very defeated person. Although, he looks like that until he looks like a carpet, and then he looks, well, like a defeated carpet, honestly.
Perfect. A carpet I can lay on.
So it is...
Already defeated.
It is approaching sunset when Saul and Ichlik get home with Pierre, whose character... I thought I had one for him. Apparently I did not. That's alright, I know how to get his details right quick. For now, I'm just going to throw out a... Okay. There. And you arrive back at the office just as the sun starts setting, with your, well, ill-gained cargo, to say the least.
Hey, I won the court case.
It's one of the problems that's going on in Waterdeep right now, is there are no court cases, because there is no one sitting in the Lord's Court. But yeah, and you arrive, and your adventurers, what job did you have them to do? They were just keeping house, right?
Yeah, I just wanted them to guard the house because this was so sudden. And it's always nice to have.
So you were gone for how long? About what, 4 hours? 5 hours?
About 4.5, 5 hours, probably.
Okay.
Seth goes up to a table and lays down.
While you were gone, the halfling reports that while you were gone, Saul, one person came by the shop, looking for whoever has been talking about dragon insurance around the wharf.
I did not foresee this.
Oh, come on. You gotta figure there's a big dragon attack. We're having dragon insurance.
Yeah.
I didn't think we had sold dragon insurance. I think it was pest insurance we had.
Yes, it was pest
Well,
insurance.
pest insurance, yes. Well, someone's looking for large pest insurance. And now, this wouldn't have happened because none of the other dice got above the marker I set, but one was a natural 20.
Nice.
I basically rolled to see if someone came in the shop each hour with a very high bar to entry. And, yeah, the one that's... one was a natural 20, so you guys get something special, it seems.
Okay. Did you say anything about he will return?
They left notes that they will... Sorry, there's some noise in the background. They will be able to return tomorrow.
Okay. You did good. Very good. Turn over to Ikrik and say, put the carpet in the basement for a moment.
Nods and carries it down.
Okay, so I don't have a basement map for you guys yet, but it's actually kind of an important map that I should finish soon. And, yeah, I do actually want to map out where you're digging because, well, reasons. GM reasons, you know.
Yeah.
So,
We're gonna find the secret beholder cult, aren't we?
I admit
These no
nothing.
beholders.
We're going to find the shadow under Waterdeep.
But for the time being, I presume, how much you have... Looking at the map, I'm gonna presume you have about the area of the back portion of the house. So,
Where are the where exactly are the steps to the basement at?
You
Not
can
in my
you can
closet.
see on the left.
yeah.
So okay,
Yeah.
so is that just out of curiosity? Was that supposed to be a door originally to like the outside?
Yes.
So like a step down and then outside. So like then there's another set of steps that go into the basement. I assume then.
I would presume those would be here.
Okay.
It's the steps down there. It's a ladder.
And then you have from this corner to this corner to this corner to this corner. I'm just going to give you that dugout. So for the time being, I'm going to move all of our extras out of the way. Just
Well,
put them over there. And
I'm going to hand over a gold to the adventurers and say that if this insurance thing works out the way I hope for, then you are likely going to I would likely have a job for you tomorrow.
they all thank you. Although the male soldier is still quite gruff and disagreeing. They thank you for your offer, and they say that they'll come back again tomorrow looking.
I will choose this moment to emerge from my closet.
Alright.
And then Crick comes back from the basement.
Looking
So-
quite a bit more alive than the last time they saw me.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Seth had it, was laying on the table with his paws crossed and his head laying on the table. He just kind of like lifts his head a little bit, looks lazily, and then lays his head back down.
You're such a nice and caring people.
But you gotta understand that Seth knows what she used to look like. So
Yes, and now I look like that again.
Nice of you to join us. You look quite a lot more alive now.
I got better.
You had a nice rest.
Yes.
Have you been going swimming lately?
she's been waiting to ask you this
I
question.
have not been going swimming lately.
Then we have a
Or have I
problem.
gone for walks lately?
Then we have a problem because there are much more of you coming out of the sea right now. There's gossip going around about it. Also bloody flesh hunters. Well, not much flesh left here, but
So is everyone? I mean, I know you moved them out of the way, but like, are they still in the room though, or they left?
They're still upstairs. I'm trying to get this thing to let me hide off an area so that I can
okay.
define the basement, just for offhand this purpose, because you're kind of using it right now.
Okay, so it's assumed that we're all in the basement right now.
Mm.
It's kind of dusty down here.
Yeah, I got bored easily, you know.
Well, now
Where
we
have
have
you been putting all
broomstick
the
for that.
dirt?
Well, now we
He's
have
been eating
broomstick to carry it.
He's been what?
He's been eating it. He's been sacrificing it. Either that or he's just doing the dirty and you don't need to know.
Pierre looks up
But,
at you all and says that, asks, "What are your plans with me?"
Well, it depends on you. Do you have a coin on you?
I have nothing, sir.
That's a problem. I'm going to go check my papers for a bit. I look over to my scribe and say, "You figure something out before I
He
decide anything."
rolls her eyes and accidentally drops a coin out of her pocket.
Okay, but who is this?
Carpet, as in Pierre.
Does he still look like a carpet even though he's talking? Does he look like a
Yes.
talking carpet?
Yes,
It's as long as Saul remains concentrated on it, so...
it's a carpet.
Like a carpet with a mouth or like a carpet with a disembodied voice?
A carpet with a disembodied voice.
Okay. That would have been hilarious though, with a carpet with a mouth.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt a disbelief check here, because carpets don't talk.
Go right ahead. Just throw well. And
15.
How do we will for disbelief? That would be...
Save DC of the spellcaster.
Right, what's your save DC, Sal?
Spell level plus 10 plus relevant attribute for the spellcaster.
Will disbelief saving throw. That is 13, I think.
Well, I'm sorry to say, he disbelieves the carpet away.
Yeah, but for everyone else, it's still a carpet. Only he that sees it as Pierre.
Oh, wow, I say, looking at him, bending down, tilting my head sideways. I think I prefer you as a carpet.
Poor guy.
It
I'm
would
going
be...
to go.
Oh, he's gonna... He responds to, this strange little girl and says, it would be better if I were one.
So what's the story?
Sure be damn lighter to
Oh,
carry if you
disappear.
were.
I'm listening to this, but I'm just pretending I'm working on paperwork.
Am I supposed to help you disappear?
I am your captive.
Seth looks lazily at the guy. Pick up the coin.
He shakes it. Oh, hold on. Roll diplomacy for me.
Me?
Yeah.
Hold on, I haven't even pulled up my character sheet yet.
Alright.
Skills. Diplomacy. Nine.
Yeah, he's not a fan of taking advice from small cats.
Equig growls, just take it. And I'm gonna throw intimidate.
We're such a nice group.
Okay, that's what his stats were. Okay. Oh, well, never mind then. Yeah, never mind. He grumbles and picks up the coin.
I'm going to play off her intimidation to try to play the good cop.
Okay, well.
Why?
Ekrik, please, can't you see the poor man's frightened?
Seth yells, "Okay, Saul, he's got the damn coin."
Oh, I look over to him. Do you wish to pay for my services? I look over to him.
He looks at you with disbelief. And what services does that entail?
Well, I'm a lawyer of Saul and Ikrix. We solve problems. Of course, to go in more details, you need to pay me.
Well, I have this coin now, he says, dryly.
I go over to him and hold out my hand.
He puts the coin into your hand.
Say, excellent. I'm a lawyer now. So, what's going on and how can I help you? I was hard to get you out of jail. You're out of jail, so that job is done. So, what can I do for you?
Pull out my notebook.
Who
Yes, tell
wanted,
us. What can we do?
Who wanted me out of jail?
Sorry, I can't tell that. Client, attorney, confidentiality. But what we say between now, since you paid me, is between me and you.
He lets out a sigh and says, I don't believe you would be able to help me.
Got you out of jail rather easily.
I would think the dragon had a large hand in that.
Yeah. But I haven't failed a job so far. So try me. I mean, what do you got to lose by telling me what you need?
He lets out a quiet sigh and then looks up at Shio. And then he throws a contested diplomacy check.
Okay.
Oh, just spit it out already.
God, my rolls are sucking tonight. My rolls really suck tonight. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. Yeah, you hit that one across the park.
Wow.
So, yeah, he fumbles in his words and then, quietly agrees and says, if you must know, then I need to know that what we say will be kept between us, that no one else can know.
Did he tell you that?
Well, I point to the coin that he gave me. Well, you paid me. I'm your lawyer. I keep this bond between my clients sacrosanct. It's one of the few things I keep sacrosanct. It's why I can't tell who hired me to get you out of jail. But at the same time, what we speak of now is between you and me. And I gesture with my hand as I speak, pointing back and forth between him and me. To try to illustrate the point that no, I'm his lawyer because he paid me, so...
He lets out a quiet sigh and then puts his fingers to his eyes. And as he does, you see him pull off a small wooden mask that wasn't there when he started removing it. His face transforms before you, and I need a perception check from all of you.
One of my low skills, non-existent even.
Where is perception? Oh my god, my rolls tonight are crap too. Holy shit.
Well, okay, everyone but Adwa immediately recognizes the face that's being shown after the illusion mask is being removed. It is, without a doubt, Piogaron Paladinson, the rightful open lord of Waterdeep.
Well, shit.
I guess Seth just goes to sleep.
Well, this is quite interesting. So, what happened?
Make a note of that.
I'm being hunted. They want me dead. Why? I don't entirely know. But I've been in hiding in one face and another for months now.
I look over to Tagvan. Yeah, we need to make Pierre that we liberated to appear somewhere and possibly have an accident soon after. Not you, of course. Speaking about the persona you had.
The illusion
be
would need to
arranged.
be the illusion would need to be made appropriately.
Not thinking about using illusions, I'm thinking of using other methods to avoid magic.
What other
Okay,
methods,
I'll
though?
need a dead body and a small salad.
Yeah, and we got the mask, that will help. And I got disguise skills, so we should probably be able to do that.
I
Let
know where
me-
to find it.
I
Okay.
won't part with my mask. I will not leave this basement without my mask on.
And
What
that's okay,
face it takes does not matter. I will not leave without the mask on.
Yeah, that's okay. We just want to be able to replicate the appearance you had when you were in prison, if you get my meaning.
Well, whoever wears the mask has to have seen him.
Yeah, I'm sure we can figure that part out, but that leaves the next step about what we should do about you. We need to hide you somewhere, or do you want to stay in here for the moment?
I want to be where safe. So far, jails have been the safest place to be.
Yeah, not with that dragon around. Thing is though, I don't think that dragon is... I'm pretty sure that dragon isn't the one that hired me. We've seen that dragon before, you see.
But why are dragons coming out now? And attacking me of all people? He presumes they're attacking him.
That is a big question. There has been a lot of talk about dragons lately, ever since this whole matter started. Do you have access to any funds outside of here? Or in the city somewhere?
I don't know who I can trust right now. It seems that every one of them wants to get rid of me.
I guess I'm not thinking about people to trust. I mean, do you have stash funds somewhere?
Oh,
That we can
funds. I'm
retrieve.
sorry, I thought you said friends.
No, not friends, funds.
Uh,
Money.
There's all the wealth in Fiegaron's palace, but I can't be seen there right now.
But are you okay with us taking some of that to cover expenses?
I'm not in control of it.
Yeah, but you can write me a letter of pardon when this is over, correct?
I'm sorry, are you trying to take on the city guard, like head on?
No, not head on, but I like to have my options open. I realized that if I can figure out who is after you, so you can return to your...
But you know who's after him. You know exactly who's after him.
True.
You're who's after him.
No. I was hired to get him out of jail. I've done that. That was the whole thing.
Well, you were hired to do a little bit more than that. You were hired to get him out of jail and deliver him to a specific location.
Yeah, true.
No,
Did
he
he have
is
to be
not
delivered
Hmm?
alive?
and alive.
Yes, alive.
Oh, well, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, we're going to figure that one out later.
And you, and also you? What do you mean, take on the city guard? That's called every Friday.
If we break into the palace and the city guard will come after us, that is what he's saying.
The city guard is in charge of the palace without a figurehead on top, sitting in the throne.
I believe he's referring more to recompensing for expenses.
Yeah.
And a commission once the job's done, of course.
You can tell he's actually a bit scared. He's kind of sweating, he's nervous, he starts fumbling in his words again. His rolls have been that terrible.
Seth stretches out and he says, "You have no idea who is after you or why?"
The thieves and the highwaymen started showing up much more frequently. On one trip, I was informed by one of these highwaymen that there was a bounty to pick me up. It became worse and worse. The guard was under constantly on alert, keeping the palace completely locked down. Everywhere I went with multiple escorts. And yet still, the highwaymen and what he calls it the Thieves Guild, but he says it with kind of a shudder in his heart. They keep finding me, and they keep slaying everyone around me.
Seth stands and he stretches and he looks at Pierre squarely in the threading. Does he still look like a freaking rug? Or
You
no?
can always disbelieve. Will save for disbelief.
Alright, I'm gonna disbelieve. Does he, what do I need to roll?
Will save.
Yeah, will save.
Alright, well, let's see. Defenses. Watch me roll a 1. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is truly a magnificent carpet.
It's
Oh
a
my
very,
goodness.
it's a very carpety carpet.
He looks him squarely in the threading and says, "Is it political?"
It's very political.
Hold on. I'm gonna roll another will save for a second. Just give me a second. This is probably not for what you think it's for. I'm gonna say that he doesn't make it. Seth goes over to this magnificent carpet and starts scratching.
Okay, you get another will save to disbelieve.
He's kicking his legs trying to push you off. This carpet is not happy.
Calm down, carpet.
Okay, I look over to Tegven. Okay, we have a problem.
Why are you maintaining concentration on this?
Because I don't want anyone to actually know how he looks. For the moment.
Well, I mean, it's only us down here in the basement. We're all in the basement.
Okay, end the illusion then.
Okay, he now to everyone looks like the rightful open lord of Waterdeep. Because he's still holding his mask in his hand.
Seth walks away. Oh, not a carpet. He walks back over to the table and jumps up and lays down.
I look over to Tegven. Okay, we have got a problem. We were supposed to deliver a Pierre to that place, but Pierre doesn't exist.
Looks that way.
How do we solve that? I mean, this isn't Pierre, I point at the Lord. At least it wasn't the Pierre I was supposed to deliver.
Well, we could make a double.
Seth looks at Tegwin and says, not it.
Okay, and who is going to be the double?
Some drunk from the docks. I'm sure we can find a bad one. Someone who won't be missed. And that will be the guy from the cell.
That works.
Now, how exactly do you plan on maintaining an illusion on someone else for, well, delivery and then afterwards?
Through illusions, we are going to go mad science on the drunk.
No, we're not. We weren't actually given a description of Pierre, were we?
No, but we have what we know how he looks like.
Yeah, and I'm quite sure
but we weren't given a description. We were told that there was a guy named Pierre in a cell.
Sorry, I thought I had done the description of him. He's a very plain-faced individual. It's almost as if your eyes are, well, when he's wearing the mask, it's almost as if your eyes are drawn away from him because he seems that unimportant. That's the spell that's on the mask that he's wearing.
No, but the client didn't give us a description.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Us, this person named Pierre in this cell. How are we supposed to know that he wasn't switched at some point? How is the client supposed to know that he wasn't switched at some point? So we get some guy from the docks punch drunk. We let Ekrik do the punch drunking. And we drag him. He is now our Pierre.
Because
you have to do that
doesn't exist.
soon. Well, you guys have to do that soon, because you guys were expected tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
We weren't expected tonight. We were...
I recall her saying that we could drop him off whenever we were to get to him. She didn't say when.
Did I? Oh, okay, sorry.
Since time is pressing, let me go fetch some takeaway.
Yeah.
I'll be
I
back.
looked at Eklik. Make sure that he fits the general body type and such. We need to make it so close to possible.
Will do.
Yeah.
Now, these masks, most of you would have heard legends of them, by the way. That these are the masks, these are the masks that in masked lords. these masks of such a powerful illusion magic that it can, when you wear it, change your height, change your body shape, everything. And
By the way, Ikrik fucked off screen to go. Fine.
and can essentially make you invisible in plain sight by looking, 1, different, 2, very unassuming, and 3, in a manner that is almost undetectable by detect magic.
Nice.
Interesting.
At least this would be the the conspiracy theory that floats around about them. But as you can see, it's quite true. So
Okay, I look at the tag then. Do you think we have all our bases covered in terms of the agreements I have with the other client and this client?
Pull out my book, look through it. We were to retrieve Pierre from the cell. We have retrieved Pierre from the cell. We are to bring the person from the cell to the client.
Yeah, but this isn't Pierre, is it?
Well, it will be once we put the new guy in a cell and retrieve him.
Because the jail was burned down.
We could use a body and just bring that.
Could work.
The client will, of course, be unhappy that we didn't retrieve the property in a state of living.
To be fair, no one could have foreseen the dragon.
Seth looks at the two of them and says, "What's wrong with the current plan? We're going to get the drunkard. We delivered the drunkard. Nobody knows what, or rather, we don't know what Pierre is supposed to look like."
Which works just fine for me.
Yeah, as long as we haven't broken any agreements, I'm okay.
I just hope that the double doesn't get hurt too terribly.
speaking of which, Red, at the docks there are a number of drunks because it is getting late. You have
I can do it off screen and just come back after a lapsed time shift.
yeah, but you gotta roll for it.
Okay. So what do I have to roll?
Well, we're just gonna do simplified combat because, well, it's a drunk. So, give me an attack. How much damage does that do? It doesn't say. That's frustrating. It usually does.
It's a 13.
Melee
Right, it hits.
unarmed
It hits.
should be 1d4 plus strength bonus. So
Right.
1d3.
So 1d3 plus 9.
Ow! Oh, ow!
I think he's unconscious.
Well, no. Roll it for me. Slash roll 1d3 plus 9.
Okay. I look over to the Lord if it's okay.
D3
Plus 9. Ah, you've knocked him clean unconscious.
One punch work.
Well, that's why it was simplified combat. It's not like I didn't expect it to be easy for you.
I look over to the Lord guy again and say, okay, all that's left then that you have to give me a case to work on for you.
I need you to find the ones who are trying to kill me, so that I can return to the throne safely.
Very well. And when I accomplish that, what will you give me?
Now that's a difficult question.
True.
However, I could see giving you larger and more accommodating land somewhere in town would be the least of only the beginning of my gifts.
Can we have a measure of immunity?
Jesus.
He looks at you. Give me a diplomacy check.
I'll pour on the charm, big green eyes, blink a couple of times. Try to look as innocent as possible. Hey!
Oh, congratulations! You hit
Can
the high
some-
water mark.
Can one of you remind Sol to start bargaining for exclusivity papers, special licenses, and a sheet?
That's kind of what immunity is.
When you bring up immunity, he says, "Immunity for what?"
I have legal problems.
What does a child like you have with legal problems?
Stuff. Important stuff.
If
People
you're not going
want
to,
to hurt me.
it seems we're in a similar boat then.
So, imagine you understand that Tegven's desire.
I do.
Okay, and then I think we have an agreement then. I look over to Tegven to make him prepare the documents.
Crack my fingers, whip out my quill pen. Must
Poke
have been the
yourself in the eye with
excitement.
it.
Arg, one of my last fleshy bits.
But yes, he's now looking at you, wondering, if you're going to be keeping me as your prisoner, where am I to rest?
We have to keep you down here until we have a better place, but you're not a prisoner anymore, you're my client. So, we're going to keep you here if it's okay with you for the time being. I mean, no one really knows about this place.
Does anyone know about the basement?
Yeah, I got bored, okay?
Well, no, that's what I'm asking. Like, is it a basement that nobody knows about other than like us? Like,
I don't think the zoning commission has been made aware, no.
Well,
It's illegal. It's illegally dug up and stoned.
I'll run and fetch my cot, not like it's been used.
he thanks you. And at this point, it is starting to get a little bit late, and
Equik comes back as she enters the cellar with another, as it were, carpet over her shoulder, and she throws it down unceremoniously on the floor. This is the best there was. Watch it. It stinks. I think he shot himself.
Yeah, we can't keep him in the basement because if he wakes up, it's going to wreck a lot of stuff. So we need to carry him upstairs.
are we going to deliver him?
Yeah, once we have finished working on him.
Oh, trust me, he's not waking up anytime soon.
he's the lizard climbing on the T, by the way.
I look over to Tegven and say, I want us to try and be as non-magical about this as possible. So, do you have any suggestions before I start?
I'll be right back.
I say we singe his clothes up some. I say we singe his clothes some.
Okay, and what else?
Dragon fire. We singe his clothes up some, cover him some ashes. Well, he already looks like he's been hit on the head with a blunt object, so we've got that going for us.
Okay, I
I just don't know how we'll explain the pooey bit.
prepare my disguise kit. I'm going to disguise the drunk as Pierre.
And I'm going to strip the drunk and burn his clothes a bit.
Tealtree calls down from above as it starts to get
And
late.
I think you should roll something that goes for craftsmanship. Because if you mishandle the burning, you're gonna burn the part. That's gonna leave a lot of smell.
That is a terrifying high roll.
Are you kidding? Have you seen my professions? I've got just the profession for this.
You are good at picking rags?
Specifically at working with old stuff and making it better, but I think I can do the reverse.
But yes, Tealtree's calling down from upstairs about a client being waiting at the counter.
Okay, I leave the guy in the basement for now and ask Ikrik to make damn sure he doesn't wake up.
Even if he does, it's not gonna last.
Yeah, and make sure that he doesn't have any chance to see our client here, okay?
No problem.
Yeah, because we don't want any mind reading or stuff like that to interfere. And then I go upstairs and ask Tegvin to join me because I need a scribe.
He could
Pegman
closes
just
the
steps in
the
it.
basement door after them and just leans back at it.
Upstairs is... No, not you. There we are. Ciara. And she looks pissed.
Hello.
What in the What in the nine hells happened?
Dragon.
This isn't your doing, is it?
I'm not a dragon.
I must just be being paranoid. However,
Yeah,
this changes things a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, it's the second time that dragon has appeared, so...
Second, this is only the first time hearing of it.
Yeah, we met him when we cleaned the forest.
So then you didn't clean the forests.
Of course.
You left a dragon to follow you back to Waterdeep.
He's not in the forest anymore, is he?
The dragon didn't seem to be focused on us. From my understanding, the dragon flew away.
Not
So I didn't
focused
see
on you. Were you there?
Yes.
Then, were you able to obtain what we discussed? You're gonna have to roll diplomacy on this, I think, no matter what you say.
Just a moment. Yeah, but the person who won had to stash him somewhere with Ikrik for a moment.
Oh my god, yes.
Well. Yeah, but... Fine. You know where to deliver him. See to it that he is delivered on time.
What time do you want it? I hope it's not too soon because I'm still waiting for the hullabaloo outside to calm down a little bit.
Considering the chaos, I will give you until tomorrow at sundown.
Yeah, but then it should be cold enough, so no worries.
And you're sure that the prisoner is secure?
Yeah, I'll Ikrik watching over the prisoner.
But Ikrik is standing right there.
No,
No.
Ikrik's in the basement.
Oh, you're still in the basement? Alright, sorry.
Yeah.
Let me quickly reveal all this.
He's the door lock.
There. And
I'm not lying, that is the important part.
yeah, true. Alright, she says, fine, just be sure to have him transferred by tomorrow at sundown.
Yeah.
And she turns to leave.
Well, when she leaves, I am going to make myself something to eat.
The half-orc is upstairs and seems very defeated, honestly.
Mm. Mm.
Everything is very defeated today.
Yeah, he's not very happy. He seems to, all the spunk that was left in him out in the forest is basically gone, as he's accepted that he is, he has become a slave, and it is kind of horrifying to him. But at the same time, he's just trying to kind of fit in. So occasionally he'll try and get into conversations if he can, just to say hi, but he doesn't really know what to say, and this is one of those occasions.
The racist fool org doesn't help.
I look over to Tegwin and then Tila3 and think, we're going to need a lot of food.
Yes, you will. In fact, well, it's not like it's gonna be hard to get food, but still. Yeah, you have a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah. And I want bacon, so should we send Tila3 to get to do the purchase, do the buying of food?
Purchasing.
Purchase, yeah. Also remember, Ikrik likes nothing like good roast beef. And she's hungry because she's done a lot of physical work today.
I'll turn to Tialtari. Do you think you can handle that?
He nods nervously.
Good, we'll send the dog with you.
Oh, nice. The dog looks up and then looks at the sleeping cat and then looks again. Or wait, is Seth still sleeping?
Seth is pretending to sleep. He just kind of waves his paw at the dog. Go on, it's fine. Make sure he doesn't run off.
The dog walks up to Tialtri and just stares at him. Just looking up at him, waiting, almost waiting. And, yeah, well, now where do you want him to go for food? What do you want him to get?
Just out of curiosity, to Tialtri, how big is the dog? Is the dog half Tialtri size? Or is he
He's like a smaller lion in comparison.
Yeah, the dog
the dog's
weighs
really big.
about as much. The dog weighs about as much as Tialtri. So, nice. Yeah. It's kind of intimidating. But yeah, where are they going for food? What do they want? What are they picking up?
beef and bacon.
Alright, someone's got to give him some money.
You got the office cash. Can use that.
How much is how much is a food supposed to cost?
A ration costs...
Yeah, but we're not doing rations, we're doing groceries.
Yeah.
Okay, groceries. Food. I think it's under adventuring gear, which is kind of bizarre. Sorry, searching. A piece of street meat, a half-pound piece of street meat costs 1 copper. A poor meal is 1 silver, a common meal is 3 silver, and a good meal is 5 silver.
Just give him 10 gold pieces. You got an orc in this group.
I mean, that's 20 good meals, so, I mean, it's up to y'all.
I mean, let's put it this way. He can always tell him that he's to bring back the change down to every penny. Otherwise, he talks to Ikrik about it.
But yeah, do you want to get 20 good meals? What do you want to get?
Not good meals. We go for 1 under good meals because...
Common meals?
Yeah, common meals. 1 good meal for all of us, but the rest has to be common meals because we can't splurge too much.
Okay, so 4 good meals.
You should have ironically talked to me first, because I actually have cash. As a new Craig does. She actually got enough some gold.
So I was looking at Pazio's thing, entertainment and trade goods.
Yeah.
A pound of beans, a pound of cheese, chicken, flour, potato, a pound of flour, a pound of potatoes, and a pound of turnips cost 2 copper pieces.
Each, right?
I didn't read through all of it, but let me just send you the link.
Alright.
I was actually looking for something else when I stumbled across it.
You can get haggis for a silver piece.
The chart was at the bottom there.
Oh, yeah, that's each. So, 2 copper will get you a pound of beans, or a pound of cheese, or a pound of chicken, or a chicken, or a pound of flour, and so on and so on.
Right, so but that would be cheaper than just buying a meal, which is what he wanted.
Yes. So, well, I mean, like, get it sorted out, because if you give him 10... I don't... This is a lot of math, and I'm figuring it out for your groceries.
Well, that's fine. Let's just say...
So let's not be autistic about it. Give him 5 gold and tell him to bring back the change, otherwise he deals with it.
We'll just do it this way. We give him 2 gold and say, go get groceries. And he can get some chickens and some cheese and some beans and some potatoes and...
We don't need to be that autistic about it.
Yeah, we don't have to be anal about what exactly he gets, just that he gets food that isn't already made into a meal.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he is going to leave with the 2 gold, because I did the math for that one. And he goes out to the market at night to pick up these things. He'll be back in like an hour and a half. Thereabouts.
You're muted.
I'm muted? What?
No,
I was muted.
Oh.
Teal'tri.
Okay.
Yes,
Stop
sir?
over at the Frozen Eagle and pick me up one of the sweet rolls.
Would you stop changing the math? Sorry. Okay.
You
Sweet
do
roll,
realize that
sweet
you click
roll.
wants roast beef, and by she wants roast beef, it means she takes a whole fucking piece of it and eats it in one go.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just
Stop
going to
it.
get this
Roast
sorted
roll.
out because so far
One
the
of
biggest
pecan
challenge.
rolls.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Pecan sweet roll from the Frozen Eagle. That's it. Just one.
Okay, so you are going to end up with one sweet roll, uh, a half pound of meat, and then
A what? Half pound for an orc? A pound at the very least. Come on.
okay,
A
well,
side of beef
that
and
actually makes it a lot easier because then you also have a pound of beans, a pound of cheese, a chicken, flour, potato, a pound of potatoes, a pound of flour, and a pound of turnips, and that'll be
Yeah.
in an hour after the dog and the orc go do their thing.
All
well,
right.
I'm going back to the drunk to finish my masterpiece. Okay, and then I look,
Alright.
and
And
I
then
look
you stumble onto the door, try to open it. It's like,
and
not
then I look over to
opening.
Tagvin and say, do we need to put a magic mask on him?
No, you didn't get to the door yet.
You gotta,
Not open.
you kinda gotta make mention if you, like, barricade a door.
I did. I said I leaned back at it and I was playing the door lock.
Oh.
Ah, okay. Okay, that makes sense then. I knock on the door. I knock on the floor.
she she goes over from it and opens it. So, what happened?
Just our client. We have to deliver Pierre to her soon.
Well, can we deliver in the time we have?
Oh yeah, we got plenty of time. I think
Okay.
we eat a meal first before we do that. I'm looking out at Tagvan. Do we need a magic mask, you think?
I might be able to throw one together.
Yeah.
These masks are legendary. We're talking like 50,000 gold to create it.
Well, it
We're just
doesn't need to last.
magic mask.
Sorry?
Let's say listen, we don't need it to last. Let's say it's a Shenzhen knockoff.
Well, didn't Saul buy a mask that had an illusion spell on it?
I believe he did.
No, it doesn't
A
have
rune,
illusion
rather?
spell on. It has a rune, but it was a destruction rune, negation.
Oh, huh. Interesting.
Well, we still need a mask then.
Yeah. Now, there are magic shops in Waterdeep, but again, I mean, we're talking about a very expensive, you know.
Any chance I could search the garbage to see if I can find one?
I don't expect you'll find it.
No, not a magic mask, just a mask.
Yeah. One that can
You-
serve as a short-term knockoff. Who cares later?
You want to go dumpster diving for a
Yep.
mask near a curio shop, I presume?
Yep.
Okay, it's gonna take you about an hour to go each way. Yeah, so, food will be back before you are.
While that's going on, Seth's gonna leave. He would like to go pick up. He's gonna leave in his human form, and he's gonna go shopping for some just a two yards of silk, which would be 20 gold and a cushion.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah. Those are readily available
Hey,
at
Kitty.
the market.
All right.
How much does a good piece of armor cost nowadays? Because Equake notices she actually has a lot of money.
Let us go back. Let me find the equipment. Is where? There we go. Sorry, just looking it up. So you're currently wearing parade armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is giving you +3 armor shields. That's giving you +5 maximum dexterity bonus and a -1 to armor check penalty.
Mm-hmm.
An upgrade from that would be something along the lines of the ice coat, scale mail, a breastplate. However, your armor check penalty jumps quite a bit.
Which means you take a penalty to different skills and stuff like that when wearing it.
How about one of those things at least? That gives least penalty but an upgrade in protection.
Okay, so ice coat, it gives you +4 armor shields, which is more than you have. +3 maximum dex bonus, which is a little bit lower than what you've got. So, and then an armor check penalty of -2, which is pretty good.
How much does that cost?
80 gold. It's the ice coats.
She throws 80 gold at Seth. Buy me an ice coat while you're there.
All right. He does it.
All right.
He looks around for some measuring tape, and like starts measuring her shoulders and her torso to make sure he gets one the right size.
And don't tell me I need to lose weight.
He just holds up his hand and says as sweetly as he can, "Wouldn't dream of it."
So this, by the way, the ice coat, is a heavy parka treated as an armored coat. It provides the benefits of a cold weather outfit, and it can be donned or removed as a move action. In addition, the fluffy white fur of the parka blends into Arctic landscapes, providing +2 to stealth in snowy environments.
Oh my god, I'm just imagining this massive orc walking around in a fluffy coat.
It's glorious, isn't it?
I'm suddenly imagining sort of like Corella DeVille.
Only wider.
Her big fur coat.
That means that I have that coat of mine.
I mean, you can even make the worst joke. It's Oyashin, of course it needs a fur coat.
Corella DeVille. Corella DeVille.
Alright, so there is still a drunk in the basement, as well as an open lord of a masked open lord of Waterdeep.
I'm just making sure that the drunk looks like the Pierre we found in the prison, not the Lord, because the Lord looks different.
I find the funniest part is that the two of them kind of smell alike.
I'm just going to say that he looked, decently like him.
I took the best picking. That's why I went with the one that was smelly.
Alright, so, how are you going to singe his clothes without, please avoid torture.
I have no intention of torture.
She needs just a hot.
I was thinking I'd throw them in a fire for a second.
That's another option.
Pull them out and douse them with water.
It'll work. Thing is that my disguise check will probably solve that too, because it means altering.
And the final step of the plan is to take this crap mask I found and lay a permanent prestidigitation enchantment on it just so it radiates some kind of magical aura. But no one can figure out what the hell the damn thing does or how it works.
And doesn't prestidigitation not last for very long?
That's why I'm using Craft Wondrous Item to make it a permanent enchantment.
Ah.
So it will give off a very weak magical aura that doesn't give off any particular scope.
Gotcha.
But she can't figure out what the thing does, so it sort of counts. It might at least fool her for a little bit. Meanwhile, we can head off to Neverwinter.
Wow.
Good
You're
forward
going to ride
thinking
this.
there.
So,
Alright, it's gonna take you, you know what, 8 hours tonight to make that.
Yep.
wait, 8 hours for how much would it cost, though?
It's a wondrous item.
Probably cost next to nothing. I mean, it's the cheapest spell available.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
no, it's not very expensive. We're talking like
But the thing is, this would make her...
it's mostly about the wondrous item quality. So it's gonna cost 50 gold just because it's a wondrous item.
But it would make her opponent look like a master of doing this sort of thing to fool a group of rather resourceful adventurers.
Okay.
It's not a bad idea. I'm not dissing it. It's just, you know, it's y'all's spending cash.
I have a feeling the Lord's going to end up paying us more than she would.
Yeah, plus finally.
Well, he's listening, so he better be counting. And and that's just the costs. I'm not even mentioning the actual fees.
Still going to establish a Thieves Guild in this city, but it's going to be a legal one.
with things that, for example, allow them to be the only distributors of, let's see, chocolate and certain types of alcohol within all of Waterdeep. And certain types of gambling games.
And certain types of confectionaries containing herbal supplements.
Exactly what I'm thinking of.
Piagron lays down on the cot provided by Tegwin and closes his eyes. He's quite exhausted and just wants to get to sleep.
I look out at Tegwin
Seth
myself.
has done something.
Tegwin is locked in the closet again. Sorry.
Okay.
It takes time to make these things.
So, Seth, basically what he's done is he's stolen a really nice fancy kind of looking hat, like a I don't know, like a bowler or something. And he's also stolen, and he's also swiped somebody's pipe. And so when he comes back, I mean, I assume that I did these things with a 28 and a 19.
Yeah, you did.
So he comes back with to the shop or whatever with Ekrig's coat on. He's got the bowler on kind of sideways. He's got his pipe. He's got the silk wrapped around his neck. The pillow under his hand, and he says, "Darlings, I'm home."
The dog and his orc come back home shortly around the same time. Do you guys did you guys get the list of things he picked up? I had written that down.
It was like a half a pound of meat, a chicken, and like a pound of everything else, right?
It was a whole pound of meat.
That was a
Yeah.
whole pound of meat.
Yeah.
Did he perhaps get eggs?
I don't-
No. Eggs cost... Although I can't find exactly how much they cost offhand. Well, honestly, they should be cheaper than sheep. So, I mean, you guys can replace the chicken with a dozen chicken eggs if you wanted.
It
I
makes
mean,
more
one over
sense.
one on it. To me, it's just kind of like, well, Ikrik was kind of in the mood for a ground meat omelet.
Hmm. It makes more sense with these eggs instead of chicken because we can.
Well, you know, I was reading
What
this
else
thing,
is
and it
gonna
says
eat the whole half a dozen.
it says for animals, the listed price is for one live animal. So you could keep the
Yeah.
chicken and have it lay eggs eventually.
Yeah, but eggs.
Okay, well, eggs.
Yeah.
You guys have beans, cheese, chicken, flour, eggs, potatoes, and turnips. You guys can make meat pies.
Yay!
How about we make beef omelets and fries?
Sounds good.
Yeah, we can do that.
So Seth hands the coat over to Ikrik, sets the pipe and the bowler on the table, and then sets the really comfortable cushion and the silk kind of together in a corner, transfers into a cat, and then goes and lays down on it.
Ikrik takes the coat, tries it on. Very nice fit. Also, it's not even scratchy and itchy.
It's actually a very good coat.
Be careful, because when you're not wearing it, Seth will probably add it to his pile of things to lay on.
Alright, and, there was no change. He basically just... It was easy because it cost 2 gold, so...
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get some rest with my character now, and because I'm pretty sure that the disguise is as good as he can do. Final touches he has to do when the mask is ready.
I mean, are you just gonna keep knocking this guy out, or are you gonna take him tonight? Oh, I guess you can't take him tonight. You can't take him till tomorrow morning. Well, he did.
Yes.
Yeah,
He
Until the
didn't-
mask is
first.
He didn't pass a will save, so he's snoring.
Well, just to be sure, I tie him up and blindfold him, and I make sure that he can't hear anything either.
You're gonna plug his ears. All right.
Yes.
Maybe I'll punch him again. Less effort, seriously.
Well, he seems pretty asleep, and all he would have to do to do all that blindfolding is a It's not crafting. Oh, no, is it crafting? Is it
Well, whatever it is, you can take 10 on it and do it slowly and surely. So.
sleight of
That's true.
hand. Sleight of hand. So could I get your best sleight of hand to do
That's
that
me.
for you?
That's
Alright.
me.
All right, give me 3 sleight of hand rolls.
What is your sleight of hand plus?
Not as good as yours, but you are sleeping.
Oh, that's true. I'm comfy.
Ikrik sighs and just goes, there. Then. Because before you managed to do your stuff, I just punched him out cold again.
Well done. Okay, yeah. You are able to blindfold him, plug his ears, and
And
tie
he
him
has
up.
permanent brain trauma at this point.
Yeah, just a bit.
Poor guy.
Well, the reason I am this paranoid about it is that as long as you can't use any magic to counter-tell the story when you do any reading on him, that's good.
Well, the only thing they're worried is that he has brain damage. That's our first problem.
But yeah, if there's nothing else you guys want to do, I could probably end here. Honestly, my stomach is starting to hurt.
It's okay.
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 But
Fun.
yeah, at the end of the night, the one last thing I wanted to say was, just as it gets to twilight hours, a dragon is heard crying from across the town, much in that famous Jurassic Park T-Rex scream. Roar.
Stop using my mother without permission.
But yes, the dragon is still on the loose out in Waterdeep.
Fun stuff.
And with that, I wish you all a fond farewell. I need to probably get something to eat, honestly. That's probably my mistake. But I had a wonderful time. Thank you all so much.
Have a good time. Nighty night.
Be well.
Like, subscribe, share, help the channel.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Mwah.